Hey guys, this is Beer Taster America. Now, in all my videos, I've always just said this is Beer Taster. I've recently discovered on the internet there's actually like 3 or 4 guys out there all called Beer Taster, and I didn't realize that when I chose this name and I started doing these videos, but it is what it is. So just to distinguish myself from all of them, I'm going to refer to myself as Beer Taster America. So I'm out here in America, guys. This is Arizona, and I'm just showing you guys beers that are widely available here that I can find in local stores by me, like grocery stores or Walmart for the most part, and going to compare them. And guys, I'm going to be doing the biggest comparison of, if we're honest, for beers that guys are actually drinking these days. The top 3, if the top 4 beers are right here, guys. 3 of the top 4 beers. Bud Light, the most popular, and Coors Light, the next, the Miller Lite. These 3 are all hugely popular beers, but Bud Light by far is the most popular, best-selling beer. Coors Light behind it, and Miller Lite in third. Guys, they each have their own unique characteristics in terms of ingredients. They're adjunct lagers. The adjunct in Bud Light is rice. In Coors Light, it's corn, and in Miller Lite, it's also corn. So, rice, corn, corn. They're all kind of similar. They're all a little bit different. I have my personal preference of which of these 3 I like best, but I'm coming into this review with just an open mind. I'm just going to taste how these beers right here taste right now, because sometimes, you know, you might be surprised the beer might taste a little bit better or not as good on any given day. So I'm just going to try to be open and see what these taste like right now. First, Bud Light. Before I taste them, let me do a smell test. First, Bud Light. It's real faint. It's like a mild, faint, sweet, malty, clean sort of aroma. I think the rice adjunct's a little bit just cleaner and smoother than the corn adjunct. And you just smell the real, it's just smooth and light and mildly sweet, malty. Bud Light, not bad, aroma-wise. Coors Light. I'd say it's even milder smelling than Bud Light. It's real mild. It's just faintly malty. Just a faint cereal kind of maltiness. Slightly sweet. And lastly, let me smell Miller Lite. And again, these beers are so faint smelling. They have very little smell. I almost want to say this one's the cleanest of the 3. It's just really faintly malty and grainy. Real faintly so. Alright guys, taste test. Bud Light first. Tastes like nothing. It's just like stale water. Like stale, bready, almost cardboardy kind of water. Real mild. But not bad. It doesn't taste bad. It just has so little taste. It's just like a bready, almost cardboardy kind of flavor. It's not a bad flavor, but I don't think there's much that's really that good about it. I really prefer Budweiser to Bud Light, guys. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Bud Light. There's nothing bad about it, but there's nothing good about it either. That's the problem with Bud Light. Alright guys, here's Coors Light. It's real mild and clean. It's kind of like a grainy breadiness to it. There's something like a little bit sour at the end, like a sour kind of flavor to it. A little bit sour. Coors Light. it's super cold. And they became really well known for their cold activated can, with the mountains turn blue and cold and super cold. So this is super cold. And it's cold out here today, guys. It's like in the 50s right now, out here in the desert. And you know, there's a breeze and it's kind of overcast. Sun's trying to peek through. It's a cool day out here for us in the winter. And I had this on ice, and this is freaking cold right now, this beer. And it's going down, all these beers go down smooth. I mean, that beer is super smooth. I think it's better than Bud Light, but the flavor's not that great. I'll put it like that. Bud Light is like made not to offend. There's nothing bad about it. It's so neutral, but it's like so neutral that there's really nothing that good about it either. It's just totally neutral and boring. Coors Light has more character. It has some character and flavor to it, but it's like a grainy, corny, almost sour kind of flavor. It's a little bit bitter, I mean, I guess. It's really more sour than bitter. It's like this sour kind of grainy corn flavor. And now Miller Lite. I think Miller Lite has some flavor. You know, has more flavor than Bud Light. Maybe a little bit less flavor than Coors Light, but I think it has the best flavor of the three. And it's not too sweet, you know. It's pretty good, I think. For this style of beer, I think Miller Lite is pretty good. I'd say it has like the cleanness of the Bud Light. Like Bud Light is just like real clean and neutral and easy to drink, like water almost. Miller Lite kind of has that. Coors Light doesn't. Coors Light is a little bit more, I don't know, like sour. Miller Lite has that, but it has some flavor. Like Coors Light has some good flavor to it, but just has that like sourness. Miller Lite has some flavor, but it's nice and clean like the Bud Light. So that's what I think. I think Miller Lite's the best of these three. I mean, these three beers are so close. If you like any one of them, they're really interchangeable. Like if I went fishing or if I went to a party and there was Bud Light or Coors Light instead of Miller Lite, I'd still be happy and drink it. But if I had a choice, I'd choose Miller Lite. These all serve their purpose, and you know, they all have huge followings. Bud Light has the biggest, then Coors Light, then Miller Lite. But I think if you taste them side by side, you'll see they're all very close. But I think of the three, Miller Lite is the best. You should try. You compare all three. These are three of the biggest beers in America and in the world, guys. Bud Light, Coors Light, and Miller Lite. Bud is real clean and neutral, but boring. Coors, you know, it's clean, it's good to drink, it's got some good flavor, like some good, like kind of grainy, malty flavor, but just a little bit. I mean, it's a light beer, but it has some flavor, but it's got kind of like a sour harshness at the end, a little bit, just a little bit. Miller Lite has a little bit of like grainy, malty flavor, light in the front, and I don't know, some days I think I can taste a little bit of like floral hops. Can't really get any right now. There's maybe a slight hoppiness, you could say. And it's just a nice balanced. Miller Lite is pretty good, guys. Miller Lite is pretty nice. You should give it a try. Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite. They're all pretty comparable beers, guys. A lot of people like them. They're equal to each other in a lot of people's eyes. I think they're slightly different. And I mean, you really can't go wrong with either three on a really hot day, or you just want a light, watery, refreshing beer. But I think they have slight differences, and I think my personal preference of the three would be Miller Lite, but what do you guys think? The age-old question, guys, is it Bud Light, is it Coors Light, is it Miller Lite? What do you think? What's your opinion? Post a comment and let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.